What if I told you that the most powerful step you could take for your prostate health isn't a surgery or a pill, but a single piece of fruit? I know that may sound strange, even a little too simple. But stay with me, because in the next few minutes I'm going to show you something that most men over 60 have never heard, and frankly most doctors never talk about. You see, the root of your frequent night trips to the bathroom, that slow, weak stream, that frustrating pressure down below, it doesn't actually begin in the bladder. It begins with an inflamed, irritated gland that we rarely think about until it causes problems. I'm talking about your prostate, and today I want to introduce you to a fruit that's been quietly supporting prostate healing in men for generations. A fruit backed by research, a fruit that, when used correctly, can start reducing inflammation in as little as 24 hours. My name is Dr. Rehan Malik. I'm a men's health expert with over 3 decades of experience helping older men feel like themselves again, naturally, without side effects and without shame. This isn't a sales pitch. It's something you deserve to know. Because if you're a man over 60, or love someone who is, this fruit could be a turning point. And no, it's not what you think. It's not exotic. It's not rare. In fact, chances are, it's sitting in your kitchen right now. I'm talking about the tomato. Yes, the same tomato you've sliced into sandwiches, stirred into soups, or tossed into salads. But here's what you didn't know. When used the right way, the tomato holds one of the highest known concentrations of lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that targets prostate inflammation like a laser. Lycopene is like a bodyguard for your cells. It shields them from the oxidative stress and silent swelling that comes with age, stress, and hormonal changes. And the prostate, being highly sensitive to inflammation, responds dramatically to it. But here's the twist. It's not just about eating tomatoes. It's how you prepare them that makes the difference. You see, when tomatoes are cooked, whether in a soup, a stew, or a sauce, the lycopene becomes up to 4 times more absorbable. Add a little olive oil, and your body practically drinks it in. One of my patients, Aslam, a retired teacher in his 72nds, had been struggling with constant pressure, weak flow, and waking up every 2 hours to urinate. He didn't want more pills, he just wanted peace. I told him, let's try something simple. A bowl of tomato soup every morning, just like your mother used to make. 2 weeks later he called me, and his voice cracked. Doctor, I slept through the night. First time in years. It feels like something turned back on. Most men don't realize this, but your prostate is like a sponge for inflammation. Over the years, through stress, diet, inactivity, and hormonal shifts, it starts to swell. Not all at once. Quietly, slowly, month by month. That's why you feel that constant pressure. Why the stream gets weaker. Why it feels like you never truly empty your bladder. And maybe most painful of all, why confidence in the bedroom quietly begins to fade, but the tomato, when used consistently, reverses that process. Lycopene goes deep. It doesn't just float around in your blood, it actually penetrates prostate tissue, where it calms inflammation at the cellular level. That's not theory. In one long-term study, men who consumed cooked tomato products at least twice a week had up to 34% lower risk of prostate complications compared to those who didn't. Another patient of mine, Anwar, a former army officer, came in feeling defeated. I'm tired of living near the toilet, he said. I'm not the man I used to be. We didn't start with medication. We started with tomatoes, crushed, stewed, cooked into curries, soups, and pastes. Within weeks, his energy returned. His flow improved. He started walking more, sleeping better, and smiling again. He told me, Doctor, I thought I was done, but now I feel like I've got another chapter left in me. They eat raw tomatoes, maybe a salad here or there, and expect results. But to truly unlock lycopene, the healing compound your prostate craves, you have to cook it. Heat breaks down the tomato's cell walls, releasing more lycopene. And when you pair it with a healthy fat like olive oil or avocado oil, absorption skyrockets. So here's what I recommend, and what I've seen work over and over. 1 bowl of warm tomato soup in the morning, even better if homemade. Add a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, or, for convenience, 1 spoonful of tomato paste stirred into a hot dish like lentils or stew. Do it daily, not once a week. Healing is about consistency, not intensity. This isn't a magic trick, it's a daily discipline. A small step that sends a message to your body. I haven't given up on you, I still care. Let's heal. One man, Farouk, age 65, started this ritual after seeing one of my talks. He emailed me 3 weeks later. I didn't expect much, but the pressure in my belly eased. I'm going less at night, and my wife said I seem lighter, more alive. That's what happens when healing becomes a habit, not a hope. When your prostate begins to heal, it doesn't just affect how often you go to the bathroom. It affects everything. You sleep deeper. You move with less pressure in your core. You start to feel present again, in your body, in your mind, and in your most intimate moments. Because the truth is, your prostate is tied to your circulation, your hormones, your mood, and your confidence. And tomatoes, when eaten consistently, help all of that. They reduce inflammation in the prostate. They boost circulation in the pelvic region, which improves sensitivity and performance. They're rich in vitamin C, potassium, and vitamin K, which support your heart, immune system, and blood pressure. One man, Bilal, age 72, came in after 3 months on what he called the tomato protocol. No fancy supplements, just tomato soup, daily walks, and more home-cooked food. He said something that stuck with me. I didn't realize how much I was dragging through life. Until I stopped dragging, he looked younger, he stood taller, and he smiled like he had something to look forward to again. That's the power of a fruit most men ignore, and almost no one talks about. If you've made it this far, take a moment and breathe. Because if you've been living with constant pressure, interrupted sleep, or the quiet fear that your best years are behind you, I want you to know something. Your body has not given up on you. In fact, it's been waiting for support, not surrender. The humble tomato, simple, familiar, often overlooked, may just be the first step in rebuilding your strength, your rhythm, and your quiet confidence as a man, not through pills, not through surgeries, but through something real, something natural, something that's been there all along. So here's my invitation. Start with 1 bowl of tomato soup. Add a spoonful of olive oil. Do it every day for the next 7 days. And just notice how your body responds. Notice how your energy shifts. Notice that quiet voice inside you saying, I'm still here. And if this message spoke to you, I'd love to hear your story. Drop a comment below with a simple yes if this gave you hope, or a no if you're still skeptical. I read every word. And if you'd like to support honest, doctor-backed men's health advice that isn't sponsored by a pill company, consider sharing this video, or making a small donation. Until next time, take care of your health. Because when your body feels strong, you show up stronger for everything else that matters.